Take two. Hey guys, so I promised you guys I'd have an update during the Chinese New Year. Literally counting down, it's 6 minutes to the new year. A lot's happened in the last couple of months where I got married, moved out, I got a new bed, made more space so that I could continue building good and healthy habits to live the life that I want. That's today's topic. Manifesting in 2023. I got to travel finally after 3 years. My first trip was a trip home to Cebu. So glad I got to spend time with all the people that I love. We did a quick trip to Bohol, which was really random but super fun. Now I'm just like figuring out the direction that I want to take my life, which is really good. I'm glad I got to have that break. More confident that I can travel more. Next big thing to look forward to is Easter. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna chill here with you. So today's topic is about manifesting in 2023. I believe in manifesting, but I also believe that there are particular ways in which manifesting happens. Manifesting, at least in the Catholic context that I know, is always in collaboration with God. I'm going to read a Bible verse. This is from Mark chapter 11, verse 22 to 24. And Mark chapter 11, 24 is more popular, I guess. 11:22 provides context. Mark 11:22 says, "Have faith in God," Jesus answered. And then he said, "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, etc., etc." And then verse 24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." Believe that you have received it, meaning God has already given it to you, meaning you've already gotten it, meaning in layman's terms, you already have it. It's already been manifested in your life, right? If we're going to use the same language. So that was really interesting to find that in the Bible because the concept of manifesting is very new agey. And to be honest, it's fun to read the Chinese horoscope says about me this year or whatever. That's a slippery slope to find yourself on. Like if you read the horoscope, for example, right? There's a high chance that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy just because psychology. If I read something and I think, oh yeah, that makes so much sense, that's totally me, then chances are I'm going to behave in a way that makes it true, right? So like a lot of the time, what ends up happening, you then manifest the reality that the horoscope prediction gave you at the beginning of the year. So there was this thing that Reader's Digest said, like, I'm Metal Horse 1990, like, you shouldn't be making impulsive decisions this year. Yeah, I wouldn't make impulsive decisions anyway, but now it's like I'm hyper aware and super primed to not make rash decisions because the horoscope said to me that that's what I shouldn't do. So what's the proper way to manifest stuff that you want in your life? For me as a Catholic Christian, it's number one, to clarify if what I want is in line with God's will for me. Because like that's the best way to live my life, right? Like if it's in line with God's will, it's going to work out for the best because he knows what's good for me. So how do I do that? How do I clarify what I want to be in line with God's will? Obviously, prayer and the sacraments, but also, very importantly, discernment and self-awareness. I can keep pushing my own agenda. I can keep forcing what I want. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do me any good. It's not going to work out for me if it's not in line with what God wants for me because I haven't surrendered it to him. Grasping is a huge thing that like you're getting in your own way because you're forcing something that isn't meant for you. And so self-awareness is so important. Honesty is so important too, right? Honestly reflecting on yourself to figure out, okay, is this good for me? Is this doable? Like, can I actually achieve this goal, for example? Do I have the capacity to do so? The measure of our capacity is measured by receiving and giving. If I clear out the chaff, die to myself, make more room for God, and receive all of that grace, then I have the capacity to give the energy and the effort into this thing that I want. If you want to manifest something, I wouldn't think wishing it into the wind and then not doing anything about it, like just being on your butt all the time. But you're not going to get very far with that, is my personal opinion. God gave us free will to be able to collaborate with us in our lives, right? And that's why it's like the boon and bane of Christianity. God gave us this capacity to choose for ourselves, which is in direct opposition to other belief systems where it's like, oh, just follow the horoscope or like read the zodiac or whatever, because those statements use statements that tell you what to do. And that makes sense. It's appealing to all of us because a lot of the time we're experiencing decision fatigue. And decision fatigue is when we've made enough decisions and our cognitive load is super high that we just pick what's easy and we just follow the instructions for what we're supposed to do. Like, it's easier for me to just make pancit canton, follow the instructions on the back of the packet, as opposed to like sit down and like actually meal prep for the week, right? Because I have to be more intentional. And so when we experience decision fatigue and we have no capacity, then we give up self-awareness that is necessary for us to actually make better decisions. Where is that coming from, right? Decision fatigue comes from fear. It's rooted in fear. We want to be in control. We decide too many things. We try to hold on to too much and like make things happen for us so much that we use up our very limited capacity for the things that could be more useful, for example. Well, at least for me, the solution to that would be to die to myself. Give up and surrender the things that I have no control over so that I have more capacity to commit to doing the things that I do have control over. Self-awareness is so important because I can choose where to die to myself and where it really hurts to die to myself when I'm aware of the weaknesses that I have. All of this is to say that manifesting is real, but there are parameters that make manifesting successful in your life. You could totally follow all the millions of other videos on YouTube that are like, this is how you manifest, like go ahead. If there's 3 things I want you to take away from this, is number 1, self-awareness is so important because then it maximizes your capacity to receive and to give energy and put effort into things that help you reach your goals or help you achieve the manifesting of the thing that you want. Number 2, it's like hope. The definition of hope is you have the desire plus the capacity to be able to do something. But then the third ingredient is actually patience, because you have this hope that you want something or you want to achieve something. But while you're not there yet, while you're still working towards your desire, maximizing that capacity, you are exercising patience. Nothing ever happens instantaneously. There has to be effort. And the last point that I want to make for this already very long vlog, the lack of self-awareness, because you're basically being manipulated by external circumstances, then leads to an empty and directionless life. If you have self-awareness and if you're willing to grow in that self-awareness and like learn more about yourself and sit with yourself and get to know yourself and become your own friend, that actually sets you up to be better because you are then able to clarify your intentions. You are able to choose what's good for you to manifest, choose goals that are good for you to achieve given the circumstances and the reality of your life. If it was like the regular kind of manifesting, there's a lot of pressure there because the onus is on you for you to make everything work out. For me, the kind of manifesting that I do, that my family does, is like, this is what we want, we're gonna get it, but God, it'll only happen if it's within your will and your plan for us. There is no pressure on us so much to do, except to do the work, but then surrendering it all. Like, Lord, I want $1 million, and that's your plan for me, and then it happens. Obviously, it would only happen if I actually went to the Mark 6 and bought a ticket. Not promoting gambling here. I'm just saying you need to get off your butt and still do something if you want to achieve what's being manifested in your life. That's all. You need to be prepared for the opportunities to be able to strike while the iron is hot when they present themselves to you. Collaboration is key. Exercising your free will to choose what's good and right is so important. And ultimately, it gives you the return of investment you've made in manifesting. So that's all. And I wish you all the best in the year of the water rabbit. May you experience prosperity in all aspects of your life. And may you choose the goals that are best for you and stick to them with the good habits that you're building this year. That's it. Thank you. Happy New Year. And thanks for being here. It's always so fun to do these things. I actually just feel like I'm super long-winded. Oh, probably might do a vlog on my birthday month. We'll see. I just need to hold myself accountable for that because this is just for fun. Anyway, bye. Here's a bonus. Have you ever been manifested? Because I have. I just want to say like a quick story. So we went home to Cebu and I was supposed to be back on a certain day. I was not expecting to still be in Cebu on that day. I had like a health issue. The flights were full. Long story short, I met up with John, who I haven't seen in 8 years. I'm gonna see him again on Saturday. And we had a really good night. I feel like I was manifested that night. Holy Spirit humor is intense. It was funny. I do a lot of manifesting, but that was the first time I felt like, damn, was I manifested to be here? So yeah. Anyway, I dedicate this vlog to all my haters. Good luck and I'll see you in March. Bye. I dedicate this vlog to all the people that are looking for peace and joy in their hearts. Because aren't we all? So yeah. Anyway. Bye. I'm starting the year with literally a fresh face of eye bags and dry everything. But we'll see. Look at that. Okay, we're done. Bye. See you. When I got married, that was like the biggest thing. Oh, we have no capacity because we're all scared and living in fear. So decision fatigue makes being told what will happen more appealing when actually the content that you consume is leading you into self-fulfilling prophecy. Again, psychology. It's all psychological. It's very interesting.